Hello, welcome back in Singh Academy. In the last video, I discussed about the foreign key and primary key, and I as promised you key. In the next video, you will get some more interesting facts about the primary key and foreign key. So get ready. I'm going to start this. So as you saw in previous video, key whenever we try to update a record, which entry is already available in a foreign key column, then you are not able to update, you are not able to delete the record. So today I tell you how you can do this. If you want to delete, if you want to update, how you can do this, that's I tell you. Just look at the example. My SQL is there. So now first I'm going to create a table, create table, and the table name is a stream with 2 column, ID, integer, and today I'll teach you some more thing also with this ID, integer, and the size is 5, and then I'm writing here a stream name, okay, and this is a varchar and 30. One thing you notice that I'm not going to assign the any primary key and foreign key right now because I want to teach some more interesting fact today, okay, or okay. So there is an error in this, and the error is what? The spelling mistake. Generally it's happened with me whenever I'm typing. My speed is good, but it's created some problems too also. So now I'll show you the table stream. What is the table stream? Table stream having no primary key. Till now I'm not giving the primary key. As I told you, we can give the primary key while creating the table in 2 ways. So the one is the through constraint, and means at the time of the creation of table. Second, you can do the same thing with the help of the alter table. Actually, I want to show you how you can insert the primary key, add the primary key to a column with the help of alter table. That's why I was not mentioned the primary key at that time. So look at this alter table, and you all know the alter table is the DDL command. It's a data definition language command which allows to make the change in the table structure. You can add a column, you can delete a column, you can drop a column, you can add the constraint, and you can drop the constraint. So now I'll show you how can add the primary key. So alter table stream, and now I'm going to write here add primary key, and the name of the column I'm going to write and press the semicolon, and now you see that there is no error in this command. So you look at this, so alter to screen, and now you can pay attention here. Look at this column becomes the primary here. Got it my point? Okay. So move on the next. Now the one table I created, and I'm going to insert some record in this table. Insert into a stream, and values I'm going to write here 101, and I'm going to write here science. Okay, only 3 streams I'm going to create. Insert into a stream values and 102, and I'm going to give commerce. This is the stream, okay, and insert into a stream values, and I'm writing here 103 and giving the arts or humanities. Okay, so this is the my data is there. Now I'll show you the select star from a stream, and you are able to look at the screen 101, 102, 103. It's a fine. So table created. Now I'm going to create another table, create table, and create table, and the table name is the S2 11th. I'm going to create a table of a student 11th class with their admission number as an integer, and this time I'm not writing the primary key here. This is the third method which I'm going to tell you, okay, how can you give the primary key. So please pay attention here also. This is another way of writing the primary key. As I told you, you can give the primary key by using the table constraint also. So 2 types of the constraint, column constraint and table constraint. Column constraints means constraint I'm mentioning. Suppose I'm writing here admission number int and size I'm giving, and now I'm writing here the primary key primary key. This is called column constraint. This is called column constraints, and I'll tell you the another method of mentioning the primary key. Just look at there, and now a student name, and this is the varchar, and the 20 and 30, and no problem, and I'm writing here not null. This is the column constraint I'm mentioning. Not null is the column constraints, means I don't want to give the null value, date of birth, date, and with no any constraint is required. And now I'm going to create a stream id. Okay, and one more interesting fact I'm going to tell you this time I'm creating the foreign key. This column becomes the foreign key, but the name of the column is not similar to the primary key table column. It's not mandatory to give the same name. And now I'm writing here primary key is admission number. This is my table constraint. Second, I'm going to define the foreign key. And foreign key, and which column I want to make the foreign key. I want to make the foreign key SID, and now I'm going to give the references of which table. The table name is the stream of which column of the stream table, that is the stream, that is the ID. And here I'm going to use the one more interesting fact on delete cascade and on update cascade. Now these things you have to understand. Actually, this is the magic, or this is the interesting fact that you must be know while you are creating the foreign key. On delete cascade, there is the on delete and on update, two clauses generally we are using with this foreign key constraint. And in place of cascade, there are three possible values you can write here. Restrict, that one is the cascade, another the restrict, and set another is the set null. So these three things are there. So first I'm going to show you on update cascade, not on delete. I'm writing here set null, and on update I'm writing here cascade. Okay, getting my point? And now I'm closing this and giving the semicolon. Table created successfully, and I'll show you the describe S2 XI S211 class. So now look at the table, and this SID becomes the multiple, means foreign key constraint is assigned to this SID, and this admission number becomes here primary key. So in this video I told you about three things. The first, the different ways of inserting primary key. Okay, the one by using mentioning the primary key here. The second, with the help of the alter table command. And third, by mentioning the primary key here as a table constraint. One more interesting fact is here that I'll tell you, I'll just discuss after this foreign key concept. So now you try to understand what is the meaning of this, this command instruct the MySQL. On delete set null means what? If I'm going to delete a record from the parent table, in a child table that columns contain automatically update their value with the null value. If any record, any linked record, any related record is deleted from the parent table, then child table will automatically get the null value. On update cascade, what is the meaning of this? It means that if I try to change the value, the primary key value of the parent table, then the foreign key value will also update automatically. That is the command, and that's the problem, and that's why now you look at this. Okay, I'm going to insert some record first. Insert into S2 XI values, and because we have to give so many things, so I'm giving the admission number A. I'm writing here Ram. Now I'm giving the date of birth. You all know 2012 minus 10 minus 2. Okay, and SID I'll give you 101. He is in science department. Again, I'm going to insert another record with the student ID 2, with the name is the Mohan, a common name I'm going to use, and this is the 11 or 2014. Okay, and he's also in science department. Again, I'm inserting another record. This is the 3, and now Now I'm trying to update this and give the name Sham, and date of birth is 2012, and his 12, and this is the 6, and this is the 102. Okay, and one more record I'm going to insert, and that is the record number 4, and the column is here Sudha and Sumit, whatever you want you can give, and her date of birth 3 and 3, and she is in humanities or arts stream. Now I'll show you select a star from S2 XI. So look at this. Fine. Everything is inserted. Now I'll try to update the record, and I'll show you that this select a star from a stream. Okay, suddenly I plan to change the value of science ID. I want to change the ID of science, so I'm going to write the DDL command here, DML command here, update a stream, and what I want to change, set ID is equal to ID is equal to 110, where ID is equal to 101. Just remember, in a previous video I told you that whenever you try to update, it's showing the warning message. Whenever you try to delete, it's showing the warning message. But today it will not show any warning message, because I have given the command at the time of creating the foreign key. I mentioned on delete set null on update cascade, on delete set null on update cascade. So now try to understand what is the meaning of on update cascade, what the happen with this. I already told you that on update cascade means that if you update the parent tables, the primary table automatically updated. So now I'm giving the command of select a star from a stream. Look at this, science becomes the 100, and now I'm giving the command on this, and look at these two values. Look at these two values. What is this? 110 and 110. Why? Because this ID updated by you. So that is the advantage of on delete cascade and on update cascade. Okay. Now I want to show you what is the advantage of on delete set null. On delete set null. So for that point of view, just I'm going to delete the records related to arts from the stream. So what the command we have for that purpose, we have a command delete from a stream. Which command is the delete? Delete is a DML command. Again, I'm repeating you, delete is a DML command, while alter table is a DDL command. Okay, that's great. You remember everything. So delete from a stream, and now we are going to delete the record where ID is equal to 103. ID is equal to 103. So this record I'm going to delete, and look at this, there is no error message in this time. There is no error message in this time. And while I'm showing the select a star from a stream, and you will see this, and select a star from S2I, you look at this drastic changes here, because no one is value there, so by default its value is null. So that cascade, look at this, there is a one more options which we can use, restrict, cascade, and set null. This three options is there. Set null, you understand if you are going to do that particular operation, either delete or update, the value will be changed with the null value. In a cascade, whatever changes made by you automatically reflected in a child table. In a restrict, I don't allow to do that. I don't allow to do that means what? I don't allow the users will delete the record. I don't allow the users will update the record. In that case, you have to write the restrict. And this is the default nature of foreign key. As you saw in a previous video, when I try to delete the record from there, I got an error message, and it does not allow me to delete the record from that particular position, that particular table. Okay, so these are some interesting facts about the foreign key. One more thing I want to show you about this. Suppose I have a table, create table, and this time I'm creating a table test 5, and now here this is the roll number, okay, and or anything other value. Just I'm writing here mobile number, and this data type is the char 20, char 15, okay, comma, means what I'm going to discuss with you. I'm going to discuss the multiple columns as a primary key. देखो one interesting things you must be know about this कि you can't create multiple primary key in a table. You can't create multiple primary key in a table, but you can create composite primary key in a table. What is the meaning of the composite primary key? The composite primary key means that the more than one columns can perform as a primary key, but not alone altogether. Altogether they can work as a primary key, and that is called composite primary key. But you can't make the multiple tables, you can't give. So I'm just creating a table, create table test 5, okay, and now id integer, and I'm writing here primary key, okay, comma, and then again I'm giving some values. Is this mobile char, okay, 15, and now I'm writing here primary key, okay, and then I'm giving the name where char or char, okay, 20, and nothing is there, and now I'm giving the semicolon. I got an error message, multiple primary key defined. Means this is not possible. Actually, I don't want to create the multiple primary key. I want to make that this two columns as a primary key. So for the same, what you have to do, you have to, instead of writing this way ki bhai id int, don't write the primary key here, mobile char 15, okay, don't write the primary key here, okay, and the name char 20, okay, and then I'm writing here primary key, and this is the table constant, means this is called table constant, but this time I'm writing here id comma mobile, means this two columns becomes the primary key, and this is not a primary key alone, this is the composite primary key. Now I'll show you how, what the difference, you will understand this. So describe what's the table name. This is the test 5. So describe test 5, select a star from test 5. Now look at here, this is also primary and this is also primary. Null value is not allowed here, null value is not allowed here. So look at here in a carefully. Now I'm trying to insert a record, insert into test 5, and then I'm trying to give the values, and values I'm writing here 1, mobile number I'm writing here 98989898. This is not my mobile number, okay, and the name I'm writing here Tanmay, okay. So now you insert the record in this way, and look at this, there's no error message there. Again I'm trying to insert the another record, but just I'm changing the id, but I'm not changing the mobile number, and I'm writing a name, Amrit here, okay, and again I'll not get any error message. This time again this command is working. Okay, now so what you see that now I'm showing you the record, select a star from test 5, and with this help you just try to understand. Look at this column is a primary key, but this is having the common value. So how it is possible? As you know that primary key is a unique value, and that is used to uniquely identify the record. So how it is possible? Actually mobile is not a primary key. Yes, mobile is not a primary key, id is not a primary key, but whenever you combine these two columns together, id and mobile, it becomes the primary key. So if you understand the set theory, you try to find out this is the different pair. If I'm going to combine these two values all together, you just concat this two value, and then you look at this is the 1989898, and this is the 298998, means unique value is generated. So they not working alone as a primary key, they all together work as a primary key. So this point you have to remember always while you are discussing about this. Okay, so now I'm trying to give the same value in the same columns. Means in the both columns I try to give the some another same value, and look at this time I'll get an error message. And why the error message? You look at this, the value it's combined together, and that's why I'm getting the error message. Okay, now I'm trying to insert another record, and I'm changing the only one value here. Instead of 8, I'm writing here 7, and I'm able to insert the record. So this is about some interesting fact of foreign key and primary key. I hope you enjoy this video, you understand this video, and if you learn something from this video, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to share the video, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Have a nice day.